Yo, what's up, my people? This is Informan254, guys. Welcome to my platform. Today, I want to talk about life abroad, something that affects many people in Germany and the people who are willing to come and join Germany soon. Today, I'm going to talk about the car insurance, the cost of the car insurance, and the factors that affect the kind of insurance and the insurance costs that you have to pay. Guys, stick around. Really, really important information. Let's do this. Yo guys, so guys, the first thing that affects you when you're trying to get a new insurance, the first thing that really affects you is if you're new. If you're new, you just did your driving license, just know that your insurance will be higher because you have no points, you have no experience. Yeah, that's really, really important. The age, your age and your experience. For example, in Germany, people start driving at the ages of 17. So if you have your car and you're a 17-year-old, just know your insurance will not be cheap, you know. And if, for example, you are below 25, just something that I know, when you're going to hire a car and you're below 25, and you want to hire like a Ford Mustang, or you want to hire M4 BMW, or one AMG 63C, you know, those real German machines. Just know that your insurance, the insurance that you'll have to pay because you're below 25, that's also something that you have to know will be really high. I don't know why they took 25. It means like at least you have 7 years, maybe 7 years driving experience to drive those big machines. Otherwise, you'll find yourself on top of the roof. In Germany, we've seen some accidents where you find the car, somebody's up on top of a roof. And it's not, or in some accidents where you don't find any human being, you just find something that looks similar to the human beings. Because the car was entangled, the engine is the other side, the gearbox, everything doesn't look like a car. So the age and your experience really matters when you are going to take the new insurance or we are trying to get a new policy. So what people do is they use people who are experienced to insure the cars for them, and then they just have to drive under them so that in case there's an accident, it affects the guy who owns the car and is insured under that car. Very, very important. Guys, the second thing is the accident history. In Germany, they classify all the cars according to their accidents. For example, there's this car that every young man buys or every young lady buys when she just gets or he gets a driving license. The Golf, I think Golf 4, Golf 5. Those cars, their insurance are not even normal. Compared to another car, for example, you're driving a Peugeot 206, which is the same size, same power. The difference is just like 400-500 euros difference, big time difference. It means that you have to check such cars which have a history of accidents. They're classified under insurance companies, and then the insurance is always so high because every young person who just gets a driving license goes for the Golf. So Golf is a bad car for you to start with because the insurance will be so high, and the possibilities of you knocking a wall, knocking another car are high. So the insurance will still go up. So my recommendation is don't buy the Golf 4, Golf 5 when you just got your driving license, because it's a car that's driven by every young person. Oh, when I finish my driving license, I'm gonna buy a Volkswagen Golf. No, man, don't buy it because it is the insurance car. Insurance is so high because of the history of the car. And to add on it is just if you have less accidents, for example, if you're a mature person, you've been driving for the last 10 years, your insurance will always go down and down and down because there's some kind of pointing system in Germany that you accumulate so that your insurance remains down. Point to note. Very, very important, So don't commit accidents. Every year you get an offer, your insurance goes down and down and down. Very important, very nice. I see a cat. Okay, something else that affects the cost of the insurance is the number of people who will be driving that car. For example, I'm a father of 3. All my kids are like below 25. If I register all the kids driving that car, the insurance will be higher. But if, for example, everybody is above 25 years old and they register another car, it will be cheaper. So that's something that you have to note, the age of the people you are insuring to drive the car. The younger they are, the more expensive it is, because the more messy and more the possibilities will be for them to commit accidents. Point to note. Check this out. Yeah, something else that affects the insurance cost is the mileage. if you're going to drive your car for so many kilometers per year, yeah, the mileage really matters, you know. For example, if you're going to use it for, if it's a private car, or if it's a business car, those things really matter, because the insurance company wants to know if it's actually for business or if it's for private use, and that affects the insurance company and the insurance cost. Things to note, very, very important. Something else that affects the cost of insurance in cars in Germany is if you buy a very expensive car. For example, you buy like a Ferrari, you know, not even a Ferrari, let me say, there's some cars which people like to steal. Okay, let me use that example. A high risk car means people like to steal it. It's known for being stolen. Yeah, the insurance will be automatically be high. If it's an expensive car, the insurance will also be high. You understand? Because the possibility of losing it and claiming it will be high. You know, you want to claim a car, it's lost depending on claims. It's an expensive car, you have to claim back the money or claim back the value. So the value of the car really matters when it comes to insurance. So if you have a very expensive car, you know, you're driving like I don't know, you're driving like an Audi R8 or R6, those cars that are rare to be seen, those cars are very expensive to insure. The insurance is high. And it's also something else that affects the insurance cost is the power of the car. If the car is so powerful, it means it's so fast, and the chances of you getting involved in an accident are higher. The insurance company will automatically put a cap on it. It will be more expensive than just a normal car for day-to-day activity. Something else, guys, you know, insurers classify cars based on accident and damage statistics from other drivers of the same model. For example, I've just given you an example of the 206 Peugeot and the Golf. You know, it's just the same size, but the Peugeot has less accidents, but the Golf has a lot of accidents. So the insurers actually classify models into their types based on accident and damages. You know, so for example, if your car is often involved in accidents, the chances of based on the year, that's why you realize in a year some insurance companies just raise their insurance costs, because it happens that there were so many accidents involved during that year with a certain model. That's why it's really important to do your own research when it comes to choosing the kind of insurance that you want to take. Very, very important. Very, very important. Don't rush, because otherwise you're going to throw away money for no reason. So something else that is amazing in this country about the insurance is that the cost of your insurance also matters depending on your residence, where you live. You know, there's some places in this country where we have more theft, car theft, you know. I'll say probably close to some, I can't say the country, but I know close to a certain border, there are some people who steal cars and take to the other side of the other countries. And I think this is one of the reasons why the cars around that place, the insurance kind of adds some money on the insured car, because it depends with their location and your residence. So if you live close to somewhere where it's like, people steal so much, you know, they are kind of steal cars so much, then the insurance company knows, this guy lives here, and for the last 10 years, according to their statistics, it's like every 3 months there are 2, 3, 4 cars stolen. So based on that data, the insurance company will increase the cost of insurance of that place. Very, very important for you to know where you live, know where your car is registered. So the best thing is, if you live in such areas, just register a car somewhere else. Tell your relative from maybe Stuttgart or from Karlsruhe or from Heilbronn or from places like Berlin, you know, normal places where they are not known for a lot of car theft, to register your car under that residence. Very important to note. Okay, something else that affects the cost of insurance in Germany is that if you, for example, you're going to park your car in the evening outside on the road somewhere, the insurance, and somebody else who parks his car in a garage and it's locked, the person who parks his car in the garage and it's locked pays cheaper insurance than you who parks outside on the street, because the chances of the car being stolen are higher on the street than the person who's parked the car inside his garage and protected. So the parking really matters. Parking really affects the cost of the insurance. And it's socially asked. You'll see it when you're applying for the insurance. It's asked, and yeah, you will you'll have to tick a box if you park it outside or if you are parking it in a garage, and that will affect the insurance cost. Yeah. So the best thing is if you can find a place where you can park your car that's protected, that is lockable, it really helps when it comes to the insurance. Take note. So something else that affects the insurance is the coverage, because people cover their cars in different under different circumstances, and depends if it's a business car or if it's a private car, but the type of coverage really matters. Such coverages like this, the basic liability, there's the partial, comprehensive, and fully comprehensive. This will determine the price of your insurance price. Yeah. So the type of coverage really matters. Yeah. Always check, see what suits you, and according to your pocket, choose the best. Very important. Yeah, what's up, guys? So this is really important. Additional benefits. We're talking about the cost of insurance in Germany and German cars. So for example, if you are like that's your new insurance, you have to choose for additional benefits, which involve things like breakdown. The breakdown is really important. Special liability coverages, for example, if there are issues with your car and stuff, or you are in problems or something, those are additional benefits, which will cost you a bit on your premium. You'll have to add money for those special breakdown services. Otherwise, very important. Okay, guys, man, it's a lovely Friday. Guys, go out there and enjoy yourselves. Life is for the living. I just wanted to talk about that, the cost of insurance in Germany. And before I finish the video, I said I'll give you an example of a certain car that actually it's Bazag. I say Bazag, it's verrückt. There's this friend of mine who bought a BMW 320i, 184 horsepower. It's a nice car. The people who know the 320i, they know it's a really nice car. And he was just paying 350 euros per year for the insurance. Then he was comfortable with it. Then he said he wants to go a class higher, So what he decided to buy the 520i. Those people know, coming from 320i to 520. Actually, he went to 520d. I think it's diesel, yeah? Both these cars have 184 horsepower. They have the same horsepower. But the 520d now cost him over 900 euros per year for the insurance. Double plus. That's why it's really important for you to check on. And the reason why the 520d insurance is really high is because of the history, damages and accidents. The car has been involved in so many accidents that the insurance companies really put it in a very different class and makes it very expensive. So that's an example of what I wanted to say. It's just the same as having a Golf, which costs so much insurance because everybody is driving it because as his first car, and driving something like a Peugeot, Renault, or some small Ford, or Ford Fiesta, or some, they're just small cars, or the Seat. So it's always important for you to check the class, the history of the car, and the damages. Very important. Otherwise, you'll pay money. You just throw away money for no apparent reason, because the cars are the same. The power might be the same, but because of the history of the car, you'll have to pay more. Otherwise, guys, I want to wish you a lovely Friday. This is Informan 254. I talk about life abroad, opportunities, and a bit of love. Take care till next time.